love, empowerment, and self-sufficiency. Happy Friday. Last week, we spoke about creating our own sacred space and place. And so this week, in part of our people-pleasing program, I'd like to talk about what's love got to do with it? Just how the parts all come together. And sadly to say, last week, Tina Turner passed away. And she is just a great example of putting together those three aspects: love, self-sufficiency, and empowerment, determination. This woman was a great example and still is for others who have had challenging times, and to have a great comeback. I was in high school in the 80s. So for me, she was even more of a powerful female inspiration than Wonder Woman, because this was a real life story of how she overcame so much in her life and how she pursued her passion. She didn't just give up when she had come through abuse and kind of lost her footing in the entertainment field because her husband had branded her, and so she had to find her own solo kind of grip in life and for her gifts. When I look at love, one of the best ways we can really show love to someone is to allow them to find their own grip. And when I look back, when my children were small, I always tried to make sure that they could do things for themselves. Yeah, sometimes I was kind of considered mean mom because I wanted them to learn how to do things for themselves. Some would say, pick up your boots, pull your boots up by your bootstraps. And that's literally what I tried to show them when they were younger. One of the things I would do was have them learn how to cook their own food. Well, at least make one meal a week. That was very simple, and it empowered them to show their love and caring for themselves, enable them so they felt they could do things, as well as prepare them for their futures. And 30 years later, so one loves to eat and the other one really loves to cook. Together, they're a great match. But when you give someone the possibility and the gift to have the space to do things for themselves, then you're giving them a garden and a place to bloom in. Tina Turner was an amazing woman who gave all of herself to push forward. She wasn't someone made up. Like Wonder Woman was one of those personalities that was imaginary. And later on, I found out some men came up with the concept of Wonder Woman. What they thought was what they wanted to see in a woman. Was it physical as well as emotionally strong? But it wasn't really a human being. Whereas Tina Turner, she was just just someone great to look up to her whole life. And when she tried to put together her life and came back in the 80s, she did everything. I mean, she actually was in Thunderdome, Mad Max in the Thunderdome. And I was just listening to her music this morning. I was thinking about We Don't Need Another Hero. Go back and listen to that. I'm not going to try and sing that. But she just talked about a generation that they didn't need another hero. They need to find their own way home, which is a lot of where we are today. There's so many unknowns, and we can't look to someone else to fix or do things for us. what we can do is look within ourselves and empower ourselves to be more sufficient, self-sufficient. We don't need someone else to do things for us. We need to pull inside ourselves and not look outside for someone to be our hero or to fix us or do things for us. The power comes from within. And that was something she did. I mean, she came back out in the 80s and she was all over the place. She was in movies. She came out with her new album. It was what was it called? Private Dancer. That was her album that she came out with. She was just everywhere. Just her energy and her voice and power that she just unveiled for everyone to feel inspired by. And that for me, that was when I was in high school. So she really impacted someone like me. And then later on in life, after I had gone through domestic abuse and control, again, I would look at her and just you feel her energy and you would feel inspired by this amazing woman who just would push through to continually to push through. She had 4 children. So I just give her so much credit and showing her love of her children, her love for the music, her love for her audience that she wanted to empower so they would feel that they could do whatever it is they wanted to do in life. And I just wanted to, help us to remember what a wonderful woman she was. So if you haven't seen it in a while, go watch Mad Max and the Thunderdome. It's a great movie. And listen to the song, too. What was it? We Don't Need Another Hero. Great, great tune. I'm not going to play it here because YouTube will ban me, I think. And yeah, so helping others to be more self-sufficient was something I tried to do with my children, whether it was having them learn how to make simple meals once a week, to learn how to share love and give to others, as well as, I don't know, take criticism. But if someone would say, oh, this was, I don't know, undercooked or salty or whatever, they learned how to do things for themselves. I had them do their own laundry since they were like, I think 4th or 5th grade. My thinking was, if you can play a video game, I think you can handle putting your clothes open the door and put them in there in the wash machine, dump some soap in there and just wash it all in cold water. Doesn't matter. But they grew up to be very self-sufficient. And I did that because I didn't want them to be, I didn't want to be a crutch for them. And I always wanted them to feel that they could do what it is they put their minds to. And it doesn't matter where you end up as long as you keep trying. And like I've shared in the past, they just have great self-esteem. And when you see people that can do it for themselves, we have done our job as a society to help others. And I don't mean do it for people. In the past, I've worked with people that have been trying to come back into society after being in maybe being in jail or addiction. And they just want someone to show them, what their options are and someone to share with. But you can't do it for someone. All you can do is show them choices and help them grow in their strength to be able to try things and grow in their strength to love themselves again. And there are little small steps and small gears that you can help them to move forward in. So whether it is work, your family, your own dreams, if you can give yourself that little bit of appreciation, love, then all of us can go a lot farther and help and inspire each other. not to enable. Because I heard it once and they said, it's not someone who, it could be recovery or a job. It's not those that need it the most. It's the ones that want it the most that they will go through the change. They have to want it. They have to want to grow in their appreciation for themselves. They have to want whatever it is they envision in their lives. I hope that you will give the gift to others as well as yourself to learn something new and not rely on others to do it for you. Again, it's a children or work. Put yourself in a place where you will love, honor, and embrace yourself and others to move ahead. And with that, I will leave you with the rest of your day, and I will see you next week. I'm going to be doing these lives through the end of June, and I will see you next week before I go to Laconia. Woo! Anyone going bike? Anyone going to Laconia? The 100th year anniversary. So I will see you in that area probably in another 2 weeks. And have a great week. Bye.